Apple just announced Vision Pro, their augmented reality headset, and it is freaking awesome. It's like, take my money now. I was just like waiting the entire time. When can I start pre-ordering this? Just where? How can I take my money? It is $3,500 and is not available for even ordering or anything until early next year. That's all they said. Early next year, available, even in store. So hopefully it's super early next year because this is just crazy. It's June now. We gotta wait at least half a year for this. But it's mind blown. I think I'm way more excited in this announcement. Firstly, just hearing the quality of these things, 4K each eye. I mean, you could already have a good expectation of how great of a picture quality this headset will bring you, even in comparison to things like Meta on the spec. And 4K, I mean, y'all know 4K, like 4K is incredible. So just knowing that whatever that you're able to view, especially even like just regular apps, entertainment wise, like being able to see your regular apps that you see on your phone in this goggle, I call it goggle, snow goggle, it does look like a snow goggle, but it is amazing. I mean, like being able to, the one thing that really, really blows me out of the park is that there's no hardware on your hands. Like it actually recognizes you by your hand, like your hands. You don't have to hold anything physical to like navigate left, right, anything like that. You just use your hand to scroll, use your hand, to navigate, and it tracks your eye that like your app, it sticks out. Like as you look through your different apps on your, gadget, I was gonna say screen, there's no real screen, I guess, but like virtually you're able to actually scroll through the list of apps in this thing by just looking left and right. And that's just so amazing to me. Like that's probably the one part I can't wait to try. Like that in itself, just seeing that you're able to do that with even the normal apps like on your phone, I'm like mind blown because we all know we're all like all stuck in our phones, and this is truly like transformative because given how much we are stuck on our phone, and now we're able to put that, from iPad, like then I got stuck with my iPad, now just being able to put that into virtual reality, like, oh my goodness, like even just seeing the first like 15 minutes on how you're able to use your app on this new device, like browsing the internet, like, oh my God, like being able to do different screens, almost like different tabs, but virtually. I mean, okay, we saw this a little bit via the Meta, like their demo or whatever, but reality is I don't think the specs or whatever, like the version, like the, what do you call that? The quality of these visuals really ladders up to what they advertise. And that's my biggest hope, is that Apple really do ladders up to how they demo this and how it would actually look when this is available early next year. But just, I mean, firstly, we all know Apple apps are so seamless, so like smooth and everything. So I have high hopes in this on just like how you're able to do multitasking and multi-screen in this virtual world in the sizes that you like. That was like the other impressive things to me, is like how you're able to resize, certain things by just like, using certain hand gesture. I was like, oh my God, that is so freaking cool. Like that on its own already sold me, to be honest. And then the one thing that popped in my mind as a creator was like, oh, are you able to like do video editing? What about like complex stuff other than just like browsing the internet or your like messages box or anything like that? And yes, you can. Like they did show a clip of people being able to actually, like edit, like it looks like Final Cut Pro. I don't know if it's the Mac version or the iPad version, but it would make more sense that if it's the iPad versions, to be honest, right? Because it's like touched based, that you're able to do this in the virtual world. I mean, that looks freaking amazing already. And being able to FaceTime calls, do the virtual world completely makes sense. And of course, they did show a really cool part of how you are able to be visualized in this virtual world, even with the goggles Vision Pro on. It's by essentially pre-recording your face without the goggles on and being able to create this almost like 3D version of you in the world. So it kind of portrays you as closely as possible with depth and everything. And I guess your expression, your eye movement, all of that will be then tracked with the goggles on. But very, very impressive. Even the demo that they show, it's a lot better than the Meta demo, right? With how, we know how certain people look. So that's super impressive and very makes sense that they would integrate with FaceTime, given FaceTime had a lot of new features update this round. Oh, another thing that I thought was so freaking cool. I almost even teared up watching it, and I know how special this could become. The potential it has is you're able to almost take this photographic memory in the moment in time with your virtual goggles, and when you rewatch it, it makes it feel like you're there. You're immersed with this experience. It's 3D, 4D, whatever D you want to call it. But I think that is so cool. But yes, you will be having to take this, it looks like, through the actual virtual Vision Pro goggles as you're taking the experience. So if people are saying to you happy birthday, wearing the goggle probably looks a little bit weird and not in the moment in time. But taking memories from a more mundane day, your kids are playing, you're just chatting with your parents here and there, or you're just recording it, obviously people will know that you're recording them. But it just seems really cool that you are able to relive those memories by making it feel like you're there again. I think that's actually really cool, almost Harry Potter at this point. That seems like a really smart, really cool feature that I can't wait to try. And of course they do show videos that you could be watching this video on the plane, entertainment. And they did say that there's a wired attachable battery, which I thought was actually pretty smart. They try to make the headset as light as possible, and having the battery on your headset obviously gonna add some weight to it. So instead of that, it's wirely connected to your headset, so you could put the battery in your pocket, or if you're sitting down, just put it next to you, which I thought was really smart. And at first I actually thought it was wirely connect your phone or something in order for it to access your app, which now that I think about it, that's kind of lame if that was the case. So knowing that it's for the battery now, and they did say it's about 2 hours, if I counted right, about 2 hours of battery, which it's not long. But for a product like this, even Apple Watch, there's limitation on just how long the battery lasts. So given that this is the first version of it, 2 hours, not too surprised, but definitely of course wish that it's longer. Or maybe given that there's a wire thing to the charger, maybe you could then wirelessly charge the charger. I don't know, hopefully, so it could last long, because the movie sometimes honestly even lasts more than 2 hours, right? So of course gaming is included. Disney Plus seems to be doing a full integration with Vision Pro, which makes sense. Really cool. The way that they portray the experience with Disney looks honestly super amazing and awesome. It's really taking the Disney movies and action movies to the next level, which is great. Awesome. Disney makes sense. Very smart move for them to partner with Apple for this one. Device looks like what we expected, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the thing I was really hoping for is that it would be available for pre-ordering soon, and maybe available in the fall. I think that would be perfect, or at least available before the Christmas time, before the holidays. So because this thing, if this thing was available before the holidays and even in November, this thing will be crazy. This is the ultimate. Whether if you're a gamer and entertainment person or just love tech gadget, this is the ultimate gift of the year. So kind of unfortunate that it's not going to be available until early next year. So it could be basically anytime between January to even, I don't know, May of next year at this point. So that a little bit disappoint me. I wanted to do something right away. I was ready to go with my credit card. But yeah, it is a steep price tag. What the rumors have shown. This thing is $3,500. It's not cheap. It is first virtual headset. I mean, it does look super amazing stuff. $34.99, right? It's not cheap by any means. And given that this is the first iteration of the device, I guess I could kind of understand it, right? I'm sure that the price will drop in time, maybe to $1,000, $1,200 at one point in life after this is more readily available. And just, this is a Vision Pro though. And you know what they say about the Pro devices, usually it's just crazier. So they might make a non-Pro version maybe in the future. Apple Vision Air, that sounds kind of interesting. But I mean, everything looks so cool. It's just just the given fact that each eye of this is 4K, which a lot of people have get it, and it's to be true, amazing. The look of the goggle pretty much is what people think it is. You know, ski goggle. I love that it allows you to kind of see your actual surrounding, and people around you is able to see you, like your eyes when they're near you, so that there's still some sort of eye contact. I thought that's actually really smart and makes it more personable for people to interact with you when you have this crazy goggle on, because for the most part of the virtual goggles that we see in the market today, like it's completely blocked. You cannot see each other do eye contact like whatsoever at all once you have the virtual goggles on. So I actually think it's pretty smart. So it makes it a little bit more natural when you do interact with other people when you have this headset on. And yeah, like this is amazing. Like I'm just so happy that at least they start announcing it now, because the excitement is real. I'm so excited. Hope you're also excited for this. Talk to y'all next time. Bye.